Hey, what's up everybody? It's Clay on Ronin4X, and you may have noticed, and this video goes out to everybody that follows me, especially the people in the VIP group, and you're so used to me doing a weekly Outlook video on Sundays, and I have some people message me like, hey man, when's the video coming? And I had plenty of chances to do it, that's one thing, but two, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I'll tell you why. And I think, I was thinking about it, and I think this is very important for like everybody maybe to evaluate what's going on with you since the quarantine and COVID and then the protests and then the riots, and especially being an entrepreneur, you're starting your business, you're learning how to trade, and trust me, I am grinding 24/7, and I always preach that, and that's what you should do, and that's what you have to do if you want to make it. But a lot of times, and me especially, I don't take breaks, and this has been very, very detrimental for me. It's come back and hit me in my health in like so many different ways: depression and anxiety, and just and messed up relationships. And so, I started to get everything together yesterday, and you know what? I didn't do it. Like I went down to Nashville or Brentwood, outside of Nashville, and I hung out with a really, really good friend of mine. She owns a yoga studio I go to. I love it. It's where I go to free my mind, and it was nice because when I was going down there, I was like, okay, but the market's open at 4, so I can hang out for a couple hours. And you know what? Like about halfway through it, I was like, you know what? Let's go to Topgolf. And if you don't know what Topgolf is, it's like a multi-level driving range. Of course, then they serve drinks and they serve food, and it just now opened back up because of COVID-19, and really nobody is social distancing. It felt like things were normal again, and man, I'm telling you, that was so good for me and so therapeutic for me. And then this morning we crushed it with the signals today and the trade setup. So I already had a plan, what I was looking at. I was thinking at the end of last week, and I talked about it in one of my videos over the weekend about the Australian dollar turning around, and maybe now we would finally get this move in risk off, which I think we may see, depending on what happens with the stock market and yen and all kinds of different factors. But my message today is sometimes you got to have some me time, and I'm telling you, especially as if you're learning how to trade, or you're an intermediate and you just want it so bad. And look, I am right there with you. I have so many dreams, goals, aspirations, like vision for what I want my dream house to look like. I know what it looks like in the inside, how the windows are, because I've sat there and I've visualized and thought about it so much, but just going after that day after day after day. Sometimes you got to be like, you got to have some me time, right? And so by me time, maybe that's watching like Netflix, if that's your thing. I would encourage you to go get me time outside, get some exercise. It doesn't mean like you have to go run a marathon or just go like crush it in the gym, which that's a release for me too. But it was more just like, shooting the shit, hitting golf balls. She never really swung a golf club before, so I was teaching her how to do that. It was super fun. And I knew that, one, the market's not going anywhere. I already had a bit of a game plan, and it was much needed. I got home still early, got to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I stayed up late, like reading news articles and stuff, something I need to get out of that habit of. That's just another thing that's come with the anxiety of the COVID-19, the protests, like watching all this information and just taking it in and taking it in and taking it in. And it was super good for me to give my power, or take my power back quite a bit. They have the heat on in here, so I'm sweating. But to take my own power back, and I'm telling you, I feel so much better today. So we woke up early, crushed our New York session, and then got to my did my own trades, did pretty well, and then went jet skiing for like 3 hours. One of my homies here that I grew up with, one of my best friends, Andrew. I don't know if he'll see this video or not, but you may have seen videos of me and him, and he owns an ATV shop, and he hit me up and was like, he has a wife and kids. And so he only has like X amount of time to get out there, and hit me up and was like, you want to go get on the river for like an hour? And I was like, at first I was like, dude, I got so much stuff to catch up on. But I did it anyways, man. And I'm so glad I did that, because the reason is I've been cooped up in my house for like 3 months. In fact, it's not my house, because I was living in another country, and I got totally displaced with everything going on. And it put me in a really, to be honest with you, the past like month and a half, very depressed, just like, man, like, what am I doing? Like, how can I get my mojo back? And so making time for yourself, like wholesome activities, whether it's, going to play golf, or like Top Golf, where it's like not like a serious thing, but where you're just kind of messing around, hitting golf balls, and having some drinks, whatever makes you happy, or taking some jet skis out, or eating some good food, and just taking a yoga for sure is a huge one. But not doing it because I have to do my yoga practice now, and now I have to write down my goals, and now I have to do my trading log, because I mean, trust me, that's how I am, and that's what I teach, and that's how I teach you all to be, and you should be like that. But and I'm saying this to myself, and I'm learning this now, or just reminding myself how important. I'm going to try to do this in the future. So I'm, letting you all know, and I promise you and you all this as well. And the more I can get out and get these releases, that, I'm in a much better mood, and I'm much easier to deal with, and I'm a lot more patient. And I would recommend you all do that as well. And I'm not talking about like, being gone all day long. Sunday was a great day for me to do that. And, trust me, there's going to be tons of market videos today, or I'm going to do one today, as a matter of fact, but this week. So we're not going to miss out. In fact, I don't know really anybody else out there that does as much content as me. Like, there's definitely a few. I'm not singling myself out, because there are some other legitimate people for sure in the space. But I just know how hard I work and how little slack I cut myself. So it felt really good to cut myself some slack. So if you're going through my course, you're new to it, and you're like, oh man, I finally got trend lines and support and resistance. I'm getting it. I'm not leaving this computer screen for 12 hours. I'm eating my food here. I'm like sleeping like this, and then I'm gonna wake up and do New York session, and then I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours, then I'm gonna do London session. Don't do that to yourself. I'm telling you, like, you will always hear me say that, you never know how much time you have on this planet, so don't waste it. But what I mean by that is, don't waste it, binging on, 10 hours of Netflix a day, every couple times a week. It's okay to do maybe once a year or something like that, but don't waste your life doing that, because the people that do those shows and stuff, they're trying to make you think a certain way. So the more you can turn that off, and have some communion with nature, or just like maybe some of your friends go play a pickup game of soccer or basketball, and get so involved in the game that you forget about everything going on. And that's kind of what happened. That is definitely what happened with me at the driving range. I just had a lot of fun, and been a while since I had fun like that. And then today on the jet skis, even if it was just for 2 hours, just going out there and ripping it as fast as I could, like, screaming at the top of my lungs. It was such a release. So it felt great. Now, look, now it's 7:20 at night, and look where I'm at. I'm at my office. So now I'm gonna catch up on the work that I put off. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. You can't just not do it and procrastinate and put it off. Now I'm gonna trade the Asian session with the people in my group. So if you'd like to be a part of that, click the link below. We'd love to have you. And I'm gonna prepare. I've got some new training material that I plan to release into the training this week, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So anyways, I'm getting caught up tonight. So if you're bummed out, like, damn dude, Clay just signed up here and he didn't even do the weekly charting video, I'm telling you, man, I've been this is the 3.5 year. We're going on 4 years for Ronin Forex, and it's been a one-man show minus my admin Todd, and then Shane, and then also now we have Cameron that's on the team. And shout out to all y'all. We have Danielle, and we have a couple more people that kind of freelance. So I mean, I have a complete staff and team of people that I pay. So so I need a break too sometimes. And that doesn't mean though that, you know, we're not going to crush the market. So I would like to, if you've been just like going gung-ho over my training, especially if you bought the lifetime access, you have lifetime access, give yourself a break, go out, get some fresh air. Life is super short, and you know, for God's sakes, turn off the news. I'm about sick of it. I'm sick of the oh man, I'm so sick of just everything. I'm just so sick of it. The coronavirus, which now clearly was you know, not as bad as they said it was, that's for sure. I'm sick of the race baiting, and by that I'm putting multiple races, pitting us against each other. I'm telling you, the only way we're gonna win is by coming together. You know, I love all people, and I think everybody deserves an opportunity, and everybody deserves the life that they want to live, and that's what I offer in my group. I work very hard. There's people from all over the world and of all races, sexual orientation, you name it, genders. So they're all in my group, right? And so I don't discriminate one bit. And I'll tell you what else, the market doesn't discriminate one bit. So if you can learn to play with the big boys and get profits from the market, it doesn't there's no discrimination there. So it's anybody can make money. But this is unsweet tea and lemonade. It's my drink of choice, Arnold Palmer. So, but just wanted to give that message out there to you. You know, if you're bummed out that I hadn't done the weekly Alec video, first of all, I do apologize. I should have said, hey guys, I just got to take a break. So that is on me. I take 100% full responsibility for not saying that. I always take responsibility for your life, man. It's a freeing thing. So I should have done that. But I'm glad that we still crushed it, and there's going to be tons and tons of great content on the way. So I promise you that. So get out there, work your butt off, but don't forget to have fun in the process. Call one of your homies, call one of your best friends, one of your girlfriends you hadn't seen in forever, and just go for a run, or just go get some energy out there. You know, you deserve it, and we've been pent up for too long by design for these people that want to control us and control the way we feel. So get out there and feel like a human being again. And when you do that, I promise you, then you'll be able to think much more clearly. And that's what, you know, I definitely what happened to me when I was just killing those signals this morning. So that being said, thanks for watching. We're gonna have a great week this week. I appreciate every single one of everybody that's a supporter, and especially everybody that's a subscriber and the Ronin family. Y'all are the best. We have something truly special, and if you'd like to be a part of it, you won't be disappointed. So I appreciate all y'all, and let's get it. And thanks for letting me share this message with you. Peace.